Hi, I'm Winnie Da Winner. Welcome to my podcast. On this episode, we're talking public speaking. When you hear public speaking, what comes to mind? Large event halls, seminars, gigs, political campaigns, MCs on stage, and much more, right? But that's not all there is to public speaking, as it is beyond formal settings for intriguing speeches, but also mirrored event in any person's daily activities and how you're able to influence and persuade others while getting your excellent ideas across. So let's begin with breaking the ice. To some, talking to strangers come easy, while to others, it takes a whole lot more to get them out of their shell. Generally, we all tend to be nervous when talking to people we haven't met before, more so in the public space. Communicating your ideas clearly and presenting them in the public forum is an essential component for success in any domain. As being a public speaker can help in advancing your career, business, and form great networks and collaborations. It is pertinent I talk to you about glossophobia. What is glossophobia? Simply put, it is fear of public speaking and one of the most common phobias. According to several surveys, the fear of public speaking is greater than the fear of death. You heard me right. The fear of public speaking is greater than the fear of death. You may be wondering why. Well, truth is, people fear human judgment and will do anything to shield themselves from embarrassment as they hold dearly to their self-image, reputation, and perception others have of them. Whilst we rely on our speaking abilities in our daily interactions, when closing huge deals, in meetings, or just talking on the phone with family, friends, and associates, whether we like to admit it or not, we communicate verbally much more often. So, how can we become great at speaking? That is the essence of this talk. If you allow me guide you, we will unleash the power that is within you for effective communication as a public speaker, and of course, the benefits therein that are enormous. On this episode, I will be sharing 3 tips to improve your public speaking. It is a learned skill, and you can be an exceptional communicator if you're willing to. So let's get started. Number 1, overcome your fears and anxiety. Fear is a natural emotion. When you're faced with an unfamiliar crowd, you have to understand it is nothing out of the ordinary, as even experienced speakers who've mastered the art of speaking have to deal with this over and over again. So, quit worrying about the audience and think what the audience think of you. Rather, focus on great outcome by envisioning its success. Think of yourself as an amazing and an excellent speaker, and you'll be surprised at how that positive mindset and attitude can translate to. Visualization is a powerful tool for gaining self-confidence. Every speaker must see themselves speaking greatly. Every successful speaker has tricks for warding off fear. Winston Churchill liked to imagine that every member of the audience was naked. You heard me right. This seems really hilarious, right? But he successfully used it to his advantage as he was a great speaker. You alone have the power to suppress the fear of speaking publicly. Franklin Delano Roosevelt once said, "The only thing we need to fear is fear itself." Always remember that all communication is personal, and a mass audience does not have a mind, but the individuals within the audience have a mind you must connect with. Once you're able to connect to the individual mind, then fear gives way. What are you really afraid of? We all make use of the loo, you know. So you may need to relax, take a deep breath, and breathe again. Number 2, get onto a great start. How do you get onto a great start? Your introduction sets the tone for your entire presentation, so it's necessary you're creative with how your show begins. You are in charge. Remember, you're the captain of the ship. Get your audience interested in what you have to say. This means you must think creatively and come up with something that is engaging. Maybe a rhetorical question, a quote, just something that will stimulate them mentally, physically, or emotionally. You need their undivided attention. This is magical because once you're able to have an impressive introduction, you get over the initial jitters and the rest will follow through naturally. Number 3 tip: preparation and knowledge is power. Now you've gained the attention of your audience, you can't afford to lose that tempo. The easiest way to get people disconnected from your presentation is poor preparation and mediocre level of knowledge of the subject you're talking about. Once they sense it, you lose your attention. There's no better way to exude self-confidence when speaking than being 100% knowledgeable about the topic of discussion. This means you must have put in the work, researched, and have sufficient information that your audience need. You must keep working on your presentation till you're convinced it is good enough. How do you know you're well prepared? Well, you're well prepared when you know your subject matter, just like you know your lover's date of birth and phone number. You are prepared when you speak like an authority and an expert in that subject and can confidently respond to questions without stuttering or sounding confused. So good luck as you take the world of public speaking, for sharing more tips that will be so important to you on the next episode of Winnie Da Winner Talks. I'm Winnie. Do have yourselves an amazing time speaking. Remember, you can conquer the world with your speech.